Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So like I said, today we're going to be working on, actually, let me see here what's going on with our music. Let's go ahead and turn the music off in the game so we don't have this overrunning. And off. There we go. Much better. How's everybody doing today? Happy Wednesday. We're halfway there. A little bit over halfway. Anyway, so today I want to start by really just trying to catch myself up here. I want to design my own little fish farm. I've seen a bunch of other people and their little farms, but I want to come up with something really optimized, really nice, a real nice, elegant design for a fish tank. And what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to obviously exploit the beacon, the flue coral, and the starnacle resource chain. And so that's what we're going to do today. I've already done a little bit of prep work, so I think we're going to be ready to do this. So we'll just go ahead and get started. Let me get my thing switched over here. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and start building, and we'll just kind of go from there. Actually, you know what? I think, yeah, okay. We're in that mode. I'm not sure if we're going to have to hit, oh, nope. We still have to hit Control F4. Yes, there it is. Awesome. Yeah, so it's been a really great, I almost said Monday. It's been a good Wednesday for me. No storms today, at least not that I know of. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Monday's stream was cut extremely short because we had some really bad weather around here. And a tree fell down right outside of my neighborhood. So, yeah, we lost power for about 3 or 4 hours. It was glorious. All right, so I'm probably just going to start with something like this. What I want to do is try to figure out what the best size for this is going to be. Now, I know a lot of people have mentioned that you can take the mesh tiles and you can make the tank seem bigger, or at least the water volume bigger for the fish. I'm not that advanced yet, so we're just going to start where we are and go from there. So, we're just going to play around a little bit. I think I'm going to start with something like this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're going to figure this out as we go. Let's go ahead and add ourselves our wide hydroponic farm tiles. So I know that each beacon can support one of these. Now, I'm not sure. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing here, so this is just me learning. So you guys have a front row seat to watch me make all the mistakes that I'm sure you've already made and already learned from. But yeah, we're just going to start with something like this. And we'll put a dev pump on it. And we'll set that dev pump to, actually, wait. Yeah, salt water. Salt water. Activate. No, we don't want that. Why you do this? Oh, is it not hooked up? There it goes. Very nice. All right, so now I think, we're going to have to bring some duplicants up here, aren't we? Okay, well, that's fine. We're definitely going to want them working this at some point. I think what we can do is we can actually put a transit tube up here. I think that'd be fantastic. Where do we want to go? Yeah, get out of here, bot. Nobody wants you here. Not Scraps, I didn't get your live notification until now. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. But thanks for being here. I really appreciate you showing up. I would honestly say you are community member number 1. You've been here since day 1. How's your day going, by the way? I did save a couple of things over here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm not sure. How do I don't remember. Oh, I got to paint with it. That's right. So flue coral paint. Oh, no. That's not, that's not what we're doing. All right. If I knew how to use these tools, huh? Not Scrap says, great, playing Rocket League right now. Oh, that's awesome. Rocket League sounds fun. Never really been into that game. It's kind of like RC Cars meets soccer. All right, I'm not sure how I spawn this. I guess we're gonna find out. I don't remember how to do this. Oh. Maybe it didn't save it then. Not sure what happened there, but okay. Anyways, now Scrap says, yes, sir. How about you? Yeah, I had a pretty good day. I kind of mentioned it at the beginning of the stream, but happy to repeat. It was a pretty chill day. It was a Wednesday. Nothing too crazy happened. Luckily, we're not having any storms or anything like that. So, you know, I don't expect any sudden power outages like we had on Monday. All right, I'm trying to remember. Oh, okay. So if I click on it and it doesn't give me where I can do it. Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's not what I meant to happen, but apparently I saved them all under one. Okay, well, oops. Can I get rid of these guys? Oh, clear floor. Let's do that. Then I'll grab this guy. I think we need to redo our selection here. I wonder if this will overwrite that. That'd be interesting if it did. Yes, there we go. All right, so the only problem is that I don't know how I'm gonna get flue coral right now. I may have to come up here and dig this out and then maybe copy it. Let's do that. And then we'll select it. Actually, let's clear selection because I have a feeling that we probably have multiple things going on here. And this would be a flue coral seed. All right, let's see what we get when we do this. No. Yes. Okay, yes, it did. Okay. But there's a back tile to it. Okay, well, oops. Natural back. Okay. Now let's... Oh, no. That's okay. We can just copy that down here. Part of this is me learning how to use some of these tools. All right. Flue coral seed. And then we'll dig these back tiles. Let's get rid of this. All right, we need to make some power to this, and then we can have ourselves some duplicates come over here. I'm sorry, I'm moving away from the mic. I'm gonna need to copy this. Come on, man. No, I don't want that. There we go. Actually, better yet, that actually might be a bad idea. I mean, we are in creative, so why not just put a bunch of creative stuff, huh? Yeah. Yeah, if I knew how to build, right? All right, cool. So these guys should be able to get up here now. Now we should be able to maybe... why is this... Help me, Tom Cruise. What am I doing? Let me get this microphone adjusted. Stay. Come on, stay. There we go. Why are they not coming up here? Okay, well, you know what? Where'd you go, bud? I grabbed a ladder. Move to... Oh, they can't get down in there. Pfft, I'm stupid. That's okay. Let's move this over one. And we'll put a ladder. Plant. 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 There we go. Now see, this is up 2, but I think we're gonna have to come up one more. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the play. That's unfortunate, but... And then we'll just sweep all that stuff off the floor. There we go. All right, let's get rid of this water. Let's go with some salt water. Temperature, let's say 290. I think that should be good. Just like that. What's the temperature look like? Yikes. It's kind of cold, isn't it? What is the body temperature on these? The body temperature is 25. Okay, so we should probably get rid of that. And we should probably put some water in here that's just a little bit warmer. Paint. There we go. I'm hoping that's going to help our temperature a little bit. Yeah. It's only 26.8 degrees. Maybe we should go a little bit higher. 350. Yeah. And we'll just fill this. There we go. That's better. That should get us in the right place. Fertilization. Okay, we just need lime now. Okay. Not scraps with the celebrate. Yeah, I want to get around to fixing those. I want to make some better gifts for the, for the channel and stuff. I've seen some other people that have some really cool ones, and I've been inspired, and I definitely want to try to grow, or not grow. I want to make some of my own at some point. Yikes. That was a huge friggin' lag spike. All right, so I think the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to put a couple of these wall tiles on. So we'll just start with 2 like this, and I think we'll, oops, I don't even know if I brought any seeds for this. Do I have a star knuckle? Ooh, I don't think I do. All right, well, I guess we'll have to find one. Let's go ahead and search for one. Okay, we'll dig this up. Let's go ahead and uproot it. And then we'll do our same thing we did there. Clear selection, make a selection. Actually, you know what? Let's mop this water first. I don't want the water. All right. Clear selection, make a selection. Boom. And we're going to name this Starnacle Seed. Enter. Should put it right there. And now we should be able to clear selection and boom. Let's see if we're going to get what we want. Oh, yeah, we did. We got it with something extra, but, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. And then we'll clear the floor here. And then we'll redo it, right? All right, now we can do that plant. Ah, it's in the way. And probably gonna need to put some coquina down so we can have these guys doing that. COQ, solid. Yes, we're gonna paint. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna paint. Get out of there, hit our dig command, and I think that should get... Actually, wait, it's not. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I thought paint, control F4, maybe? No. That's not cool. That's not what I want. I was kind of hoping that they would dig that, but I'm not sure what I did wrong here. Delete, clear selection, no. Actually, you know what? I think that'll work. And I think we could probably put some phosphate over here as well. Phosphorite. Let's put the priority up on some of this. I'm actually not even worried about this anymore. Now we're gonna lock all of these doors. I don't really care if these things die. I don't want them doing this. Okay, so the first thing that I know that we gotta do is we gotta turn this into a 96 tile room. I know that. And I'm probably gonna do this. Make a little cap to it. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Yeah, what are you doing, buddy? All right, let's look at this room. How big is it? It is 56 tiles. Yeah, we can do better than that, right? We might want to drop it one more or go up one more. I think that'll give us enough room for the grooming station. We definitely want that. Right now, we could have 4 beacons in here, so let's do that. There we go. Wish you guys would hurry up. Thanks. Oh yeah, we need some lime. That's what we need. Well, it looks like you guys are going to need some skills. Higby, I need you to dig, sir. Oh, I got a hit. Skills, dig. What? Skills? What? There we go. You're probably not going to be very happy about that, but it'll be okay. Yeah, get to digging, bud. All right, there we go. Is the temperature really high? No, it's only 40 degrees. Oh no. Control F4. All right, so here we go. Atmosphere. Okay, so I'm gonna need to add a little bit more water to this. Okay. Okay, so how much water is that? Let's see here. Liquid. It's very, very little water. So as long as there's something in that top tile, okay. I can deal with that. Okay, we'll let them kind of figure this out for a little bit. Matter of fact, I might just can extend this just a little bit, or maybe we'll raise it up just a little bit. I think we'll raise it up a little bit. Not that this matters. All right, let's pause it. All right. Oh, we're probably gonna have to put more water in here just for that, aren't we? Okay, well, 1,000. Okay. Okay. We should be able to get the grooming station in here now. Oh, that's gonna be under stations. Durr. Really take that much room? How big is this? Okay. Oh, it needs back tiles. That's right. I forgot. Well, let's give her some back tiles. Oh no. Okay, now we should be able to put that thing down. Stations. Aquatic grooming. Booyah! What's going on here? Irrigation. Ah, okay. Should probably put one more beacon in there. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3. We need 4. All right, so now we have 4 of them. And it looks like their light is taking care of everything, which is very nice. Probably set this on a very high priority because we definitely want them coming over here to do this. What are you guys doing? Oh, I bet you guys can't swim. I bet you that's why you're not doing this. Skill. Of course none of you can swim. Why would that be a thing? There you go. Now we're actually going to be doing some work. Heck yeah. Ah! Not what I meant to do. Yeah, they should probably get suits. Actually seems like it might be a good idea. Hey, what's up, Vesperus? Welcome to the stream. We're just hanging out. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. I'm trying to come up with my own little design on a little fish tank here. I'm trying to figure out, trying to suss out the resource chain here. It appears to me that one Starnacle can support 2 beacons, and 1 beacon can fertilize 1 flue coral. And the only inputs that we need are salt water for irrigation and the coquina for the Starnacles. So I'm trying to come up with an optimized tank where we can exploit this resource change to the max. It's going pretty good. How was your day? Sorry about Monday. I'm not sure if you were here Monday, but we had a really nasty storm and a tree knocked out our power. It didn't come back until like 9 or 10 at night. It wasn't fun, but you know what? We ended up just getting out of the house and going for a ride and, you know, seeing all the carnage that was going on. But yeah, it was a good day. How was yours? All right, so this room is what? 69 tiles, so we can actually make this a little bit bigger. But what we have here, oops, there we go. What we have here is we have, so the beacon, let's see here. 1 Starnacle can support 2 beacons, and 2 beacons can support 2 flue coral, and 2 flue coral can support 3 regular duplicates. And so what I'm thinking is that this is not only going to be a great like resource circle or words. Anyway, I think this will be a good resource chain for food and also for the oxygen and all that good stuff. The only thing is it's dependent upon coquina, which I'm guessing we're going to have plenty of on the aquatic start. And we definitely are going to have plenty of salt water. I'm guessing that's what they're encouraging you to do. So yeah, I'm just going to try to figure out how we can optimize this tank. I was thinking about putting some bloaters in here as well. I was just trying to come up with like a starting setup right here. And I think this is actually a pretty decent starting setup, but we'll also want to have some clampons, I'm sure. So I'm trying to think how I can continue this. And at some point we'll start working on the ore hulls and stuff like that as well. I'm just not quite ready for that just yet. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm wondering, actually, you know what? We probably should have done that a little different. Vesper says, it's going well. Just playing ONI and chilling on Twitch. Right on. That's what we're doing today. We're just chilling. This is the no pressure day, especially after Sunday, you know. Oh, I must be making this out of fossil. Oops. Oh, well. All right, let's see. I want to put 2 of these in here. These will probably be... Actually, you know what? I want to keep these guys over here because it looks like they're pretty much keeping these going non-stop. Yeah, Vesper says sabotage success. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised. I kind of feel like maybe you guys are toying with me a little bit, but that's okay. It's like... But I get it. Honestly, it's more fun to kind of see me struggle and try to overcome all those sabotages than it is to just give me a mercy killing. Makes for better content, I'm sure. What do we want to plant? We want clam palms here. How can we get some clam palms? I don't think I have any clam palm seeds saved. So what I will do is we'll just come up here and we'll dig this guy up. And then I'll dig the natural back tile so that thing ain't in the way. Actually, wait. Yeah, we'll do that. Clear selection, select this guy right here. Clam palm seed. Oop, that's not what I wanted. Clam palm seed. That's the second time I've hit enter doing that. I'm not even sure if it's actually saving it though. Let's see what it does. I'll hit enter. Nope, it didn't save. Okay, so you have to actually hit save. Okay, there it goes. Good to know, good to know. All right, I think this should give us a clam palm. Oh my goodness. That is not what I meant to do. There we go. I want to see this relocate to here. I'm going to just put it there so I can actually copy it cleanly. I don't want to copy everything else that's attached to it. Clear selection, select, grab that guy, save it as clam palm seed. I'm sure I misspelled that. Okay, now let's try it again. Clear selection, clam palm seed, and okay, that works. All right, let's put a ladder. I know I probably should build this ladder on the other side, but it'll be all right. How's the music, guys? The music okay? Just want to make sure it's not too loud. Plant. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put some water in here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do that. And then maybe we can actually do this, can't we? Yes. Very nice, very nice. Actually, that's enough. Okay. I can live with that. You want to make sure they have room for the breath of fresh air, but I think they'll do it at the ladder anyway. You get all this stuff out of the way. Vesper says I really can't hear it. Okay. I mean, I can turn it up just a little bit. I do have it pretty low. I just wanted it to kind of be in the background. Okay. There we go. Gonna leave it right there. Okay, what is this? Building not submerged. Okay, that's what I was gonna have. That's what I was thinking was gonna happen. Need to put a little bit more water in here. There we go. All right, let's see where we're still at 69 tiles. How many more tiles are we gonna need? I think it's the 96 is the max, right? But I'm actually wondering if maybe, I wonder if they'll swim through this. They probably will. Probably made the room too big too, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Oh, yeah, it's because I don't have anything capping it over here. 109 tiles, okay. And we'll just keep it back off for now. Okay, I think that's a nice little starting setup, but I think that we can probably make this better. I mean, obviously we're going to need to get the eggs out of here, and we're probably going to want to make well, I'm not really worried about the actual ranch size. I'm just worried about the resource chain that's happening here. That's the most important thing to me. I'm trying to make this resource chain efficient. And the way that works is these starnacles, they take 20 kilograms of the coquina per cycle. And each one of those can support 2 beacons, and each beacon can support 1 flue coral other than the saltwater. So if we ignore the saltwater input, that means we only need 20 kilograms of coquina per 2 flue coral. Well, 2 beacons and 2 flue coral. And then the grooming station will help us get the meat faster because I believe it increases their reproduction rate like a lot. Which I'm kind of curious. I have never domesticated these guys before, so I'm kind of curious as to how quickly they domesticate. See, he's groomed. He's happy. And wildness, 7%. Oh, he's going to be tamed here before long. Okay. Looks like they're all roughly about the same. Okay. Like I said, this is just an experiment today. We're just kind of hanging out. We're chilling, just playing around with the new DLC. There we go. So I think this is a great little setup. I think this is a nice little chamber. We probably could put more in here, but oh, you know what we'll do is we'll optimize it for later in the game if we wanted to keep it this way. So I would probably, the next thing I would probably want to do is I'd probably want to add some automation to it. I'm not sure how these auto sweepers behave underwater. That's the only thing. We're probably going to need 2, which is understandable. And it reaches to there, and then this one can reach to there. But we'll probably put it like right here. Yeah, we'll put it there. I mean, it's slightly inefficient because we have overlap and we're not getting the full coverage. That might be why I've seen some people make theirs taller than wider, because they're trying to use the entire area of the sweeper, maybe? We definitely need to be able to get all the corners, and that's not going to get that corner down there. Ooh. Actually, you know what we can do? We can just replace that. Yeah. Now we're good. Just put that there for now. I mean, actually, I'm wondering, that actually might work. No, I don't think it will. Okay, well, we'll leave it there. All right, so then we're going to need, okay, so we'll need power. All right, we have that. Let's see what else we can do. All right, that'll sweep eggs. Where do we want eggs to go? That's the question. Oh, wrong tab. Gonna need a loader. Okay. No, that's not quite what I wanted. Come on now. I hit O, not 0. All right, we'll just do like that for now. Oh, we got to make power to it. That might be a good idea. Okay, let's do eggs. Beacon eggs. Yeah, okay, there we go. I want to keep this door auto closed, and I'll open this one. And I think what's going to happen is when these eggs come up here, maybe if they hatch, they'll go that way. Not that that's any kind of permanent solution. That's just me thinking out loud. I'm thinking that these eggs will, once they hatch, will go this way and fall down in here, which will be nice. Okay, cool. It's already working. Ooh, that gives me another idea. We should probably bring the coquina in here as well. That'd be a nice little optimization. That way they wouldn't even have to come in here. We could just put that one below this one, but we'll turn it the other way. And this is just going to be that supply. Put another sweeper up here. A couple of them, why not? This is obviously not part of the build. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of this one. Put it right there. Let's go ahead and give some power. There we go. All right, now this is fully automated, other than the grooming. Easy peasy. Obviously, this is a rough draft, but, you know. All right, what's next? We should probably figure out a way to deal with these eggs. How long do these eggs take to hatch? That's what I want to know. Am I even on it? No, I'm not. Okay, beacon egg. There we go. Viability 99%. 20% per cycle. Okay, 5 cycles and it'll be ready. That's actually a pretty quick turnaround. So it seems like once you get your beacons up, the wind up for beacon farming is only 5 cycles. That's not bad. It's almost as quick as the soda cane. Okay. So we can add a little bit more space to this farm, which I think we should do, but not in the way that maybe we're thinking. I'm actually thinking about putting some bloaters in here, because bloaters are really easy to get in the beginning of the game. So I'm thinking, especially once you get, this going. So I wonder if that might be something we could throw in here as well. I don't know. We're just kind of experimenting. I mean, because we are leaving a little bit of money on the table here, because this ranch isn't even a full size. It's like 68 tiles. So we got, what, up to 92, 96? What is the maximum stable size? 96. That's right. 96. We have 69. We have 17 more tiles to go. Oh, no, sorry. More than that. No, it's 17. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I was thinking about putting a little spot over here and doing some water weed and maybe putting a couple of bloaters in there, but I don't think that's going to work. I'm trying to figure out a way we can increase the size of this room without increasing the size of this room. I actually think I might have an idea. We'd have to make this one taller or something? Yeah, we would. We would have to make this one taller. And the reason for that would be because it would give us an air gap to where we could connect these two rooms or connect it to a second room without the fish being able to get into it. Because I guess if with a door, the door is going to make it a room, even if it's open. So it has to be open to the next chamber, but it'll have to be above the water line. So the beacons will stay here and keep supplying light and lime to the coral. Okay, so if we made this one taller, how much taller are we right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. We could actually go 2 more and make this a full 2 stories tall, because a story is 5 tiles. That's a floor and then 4 tiles above it for your maximum building size or height. So I'm looking, so what I'm doing here is I'm also trying to keep this modular, meaning that it can fit into the base structure without messing up all the floors. So I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably bring this up 1 more tile. Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go. Just make it 1 more tall. Let's copy and paste settings. Deconstruct. So many beacon eggs already. Wow. Very nice. Yeah, this is definitely OP. I think when we start our next playthrough, this is going to be the first thing I'm going for. I can already see how powerful this is going to be. You live and you learn, I guess. Just took me a little while longer to learn this one. All right, let's do something like that. Yeah. Okay, we'll move this later. I'm not going to really worry about it right now. Now this room is way too big. Yep, way too big. Which is fine. It's fine. Maybe we can get rid of these. Move them somewhere else. Yeah, we'll probably do that. We'll get rid of those and put them somewhere else. Let's see here. So right now we're at 126. That should turn that into 96. Yes, okay. All right. That means we only have room for 2 bloaters. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. Or better yet, actually, we could do something like this. And then maybe do a door? Ooh. Okay, well, we'll start by doing this. No. How many tiles? 96? Wow, we got that right the first time. Holy crap. Actually might be okay. I mean, honestly, I think I want to give it a little bit more water. Let's go with 1,000 kilogram. We'll paint that in. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this too. We're probably just shy, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay. All right. Not a problem. All right, so now I'm going to go to my food tiles. Wait. 1, 2, 3. So we have 4 of these over here. We can put 4 more here. I actually don't know if it matters, does it? I wish I wouldn't have done that now. I was trying to optimize so we could put 8 fish in here. I was going to do 4 bloaters over here and then 4 beacons over here, but I don't know if that's going to work. I think I should have just left it the way it was at this point. Yeah, I should have left it the way it was. Oh well, you live and you learn. We'll go ahead and hook everything back up. Oopsies. Just like that. And then we need our shipping overlay as well. There it is. I think we got it. Yeah, we did. Okay, cool. We got it. We got it. We got it. All right, let's get rid of this nonsense. All right, now what I think we'll do... I want to check these guys out, see what they're doing. Okay, action 90% recycle. You. Yeah, look at that. 97% per cycle. It's literally like 1 egg per cycle. That's crazy. That's enough to take care of a lot. Who's making a mess? Oh. Oh, okay, okay. I see what's going on here. We're backed up, aren't we? That's not good. Let's go ahead and do that. What is this? Oh, okay, I know what that is. Okay. Let me see if we can find some thimbleweed. I think we just did. All right, clear selection. Let's grab ourselves some thimbleweed. All right, let's go ahead and spawn that. Thimbleweed seed. Let's get her the rest. Actually, wait. Wait. There we go. Mop. No, that's not what we're trying to do. Quit lagging out, game. Oh, no. Come on, clear selection. Oh, my God. I don't know what I just did, but it just lagged the game out like so hard. All right. Clear selection. Select. Okay. Now let's try this again. Oh, wait. What was that? Wait, where was I at? Oh, I was right here. Thought I saw something. Maybe not. Ha. All right. Let's come up here. Go ahead and clear selection. Put this down. Relocate to... Where can we relocate it to? Clear floor. Yeah, get out of here, buddy. Delete. I just want to put one over there. That way I can get a clean copy. A little finicky, but we're going to get there. All right. Now, I do want to figure out some way to farm these guys as well. So this will probably be my starting setup, at least for the next fresh start. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these eggs. I think we could probably do something like this, and they're just going to die. Oh, come on, man. What are you doing that for? Bruh. Why you do this? You guys not have a friggin' bathroom? Come on, man. You guys are peeing all over the place. Oh my. All right, let's deal with this. There we go. In all honesty, I don't even care if this stuff goes just down here somewhere. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's be actually methodical about this. Buffer tanks. Those are always the solution. All right, no more peeing, guys. Stop it. Stop. Huh. How's that conductive wire taking damage? Is it overshooting? 1,200, 1,000. This should be able to hold 2,000. I don't understand what's going on there. I'll tell you what we can do. Now it's not a problem. I don't even know what that thing's cooling. What are you cooling? Oh, okay, I see what you're cooling. I have this set at 0 degrees. Let's just do 20. Anyway, that's just a little side thing I was messing with. Okay, so back to this. Looks like these guys are kind of doing their thing. Looks like I'm at 70% on some of these. I guess they're going to probably pop soon. I'm probably going to want to do is put another one of these. And then I'm probably going to make a kitchen. Is this important? No. Do I want to do it? Yes. Yes, I want to do it. Probably get rid of this room. Actually, better yet, we'll just put it on top. How about that? We will put the kitchen here. Well, this is interesting. Is this on my playlist? It is. Okay, cool. I'm hearing some new music tonight. I hope you guys are too. I hope you enjoy it. I do like the lofi. That's what my girlfriend calls it. She's Puerto Rican. She calls it lofi. All right, let's turn this into a room. What's the maximum size for a kitchen? 96 tiles as well. Okay. Oof. Getting some weird behavior there. Open sesame. Okay, let's make a kitchen now. I just want to grill some of this stuff up. Let's see here. Dehydrator. Sushi bar. Let's just put one of everything in here because there's some new stuff that I really don't know that much about. So we're just going to put everything in here so we can kind of see what we have. I definitely want to try the smoker. I'm not sure where the smoker is. Let's do a search. Smoker. Put the smoker in here. Also, I'm just going to put one of everything. Because honestly, food is one of those things that I haven't really done much with. Solo, what's up? Congrats on the 3-stream watch streak. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Sushi bar. Probably want to get into that at some point as well. We have the smoker. I'm just going to put all this stuff down. I know I already said that. Maybe this new mini fridge. That's interesting. 60 watts. How much does it hold? 50 kilograms. It's half Okay, well, it's only one tile tall. That's so 50 versus 80? No, 100 kilograms. Okay. So it's double. Okay. So it's just basically like half a refrigerator. Uh-oh, what do we have here? Solo wants to name a duplicate Jim Carrey. I think what we'll do is we'll name Stinky Jim Carrey. How about that? That's how you spell it, or is it 2 R's? Is it really 2 R's? I think you're right. Okay, well, Jim Carrey. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And also, where's my thingy thing? Hit the button. Yep, let's go. Oh, we already did Bob the Builder. I'm sorry. I got to take that out of the queue as well. Oh, it's not responding, huh? All right, well, give me just 1 second here. I think we're having a little technical difficulty. Or maybe not. Let me see what's going on here. Oops. Ah, where's my settings? Oh, I think I see what's wrong. I don't have a very important software open. Let me fix that real quick, guys. Sorry about that. Give me just 1 second here. I need to fix this. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, well, give me 1 second. My streamer bot is not responding. Okay, streamer bot, where are you at? I don't see you. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's not showing. I can't clear the queue. I don't know what's going on. It's probably going to require a restart. Yeah, it is. Streamer bot just took a dump. Good job. All right, well, there's that. This week, man, this week, I tell you what. First, we get a flicker on our Sunday stream because of the storm. Then Friday or Monday, we get cut extremely short because we got power outage. And now, streamer bot has decided to take a dump. The struggle is real. I may have to control delete this. Yeah, give me just a second. Hopefully I don't, like, you know, crash the computer. Yeah, see, it says it's running and it's not. I don't understand what's going on. Whatever. I can't clear the queue, so Bob the Builder's going to have to stay up there. He was already done. Matter of fact, I wonder if that's because I already erased him from the queue. I don't know. All right, well, anyway, we've been distracted too long on this. All right, I think we're about to hatch our first egg, aren't we? 83%, 84%. Okay, 85%. We're close. All right, so fish. No. Filet? Seafood? We haven't seen it yet? Okay. Do we lose a duplicate? That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Devin, why did you die, my guy? You should have had plenty of food. I don't understand. Oh, he did starve to death. Okay. Well, let's take care of that then, shall we? Just put you a bunch of muck root all over the place. There you go, guys. That's what you really want to eat, don't you? Solo says, dang, that must suck. I hate when that happens. Yeah, it's okay. We can just choose another duplicate. They're all replaceable at this point. Matter of fact, we can just control one into existence here. Come on, get off my screen. Yeah, we can just control F2 one, I think. That's how you... Oh, no. I don't want you. Control F2 again. Let's see what we get. Ah, why do we keep getting these stupid bionic dupes? There we go. That's what we wanted. All right. Skills. Rancher. Yes. Now, she's going to be a little unhappy at first, but it'll be okay. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited for Friday. I can't wait to see how many dupes we can go for. We're going to try 15. We're going to do the regular start. I think it's going to be amazing. I'll be honest with you, Sunday and Friday are kind of low-key my favorite days right now. I think Monday's starting to take shape with the wheel, and today's, you know, a bit of a chill day, which sometimes I kind of feel like, you know, like I'm chilling. I should be doing something else, but, you know, let's clear a selection. But, you know, sometimes you just need to take a break, just hang out, not do anything super serious. Solo says, yay. Need to fix this too. I was messing with this. I actually have the overlays for the new improved version that we did. What was it? Not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before that. I want to make a tutorial on that, but we may have to do just a little bit more testing. We'll build it maybe and make sure that it works for a while. Matter of fact, that's probably something we could do. What are we on time? Oh yeah, we have plenty of time. So much time. Maybe we could do that as well. I don't have the overlays ready for this. Starvation. Who's starving? There's so much food, guys. Oh, we need to make somebody a cook too, don't we? Whoops. Actually, let's go ahead and boop one of these guys into existence here. There we go. All right, Liam, get your butt over here. Liam, what are your skills? I don't care. You are gonna be a cook. Fine dining, sir. Fine dining for you. Oh yeah, and swimming. All right. Oh, we should probably make the schedule as well, huh? No more copy of a copy of a copy, right? Maybe we will. Liam, let's put you on the last schedule. We only need 4 duplicants for what we're doing here. Okay, let's get out of that. Okay, so now I'm trying to think, how can we make a farm that would maximize these guys? So if there's 4 here, I'm trying to think about what would be the best way to go. Solo says 4 followers away from your goal. Yeah. I actually took that off of the overlay just because I thought it was a little obnoxious. But yeah, we're only 4 away. I think we're getting close to our first milestone for the channel, and I think that's going to be affiliate. So we definitely have the streaming hours. We just need to get 50 followers, and we kind of seems like we're steady at about 3 or 4 viewers per session. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad that you guys are hanging out. Hopefully you're finding some enjoyment out of this, even if it is just watching me flounder and fail at this game. So what I'm thinking was maybe we could double this, and maybe we could go vertical, and we could make just a super duper awesome ultra mega ranch for these guys, like full resource chain plus everything fully optimized. So actually I think that might be a good idea. Let's try that, to be honest. Let's see here. I'm probably going to put this one above here, so we'll do the same thing. I'm just going to go across like that. I want to get rid of all this. I'm going to have to delete it, aren't I? Aren't I? Delete. All right, so we're going to have a ladder coming in. We're going to want to have some back tiles going, but more importantly, we're going to want to have 2, 3, 4, and I think that'll probably be the end of this tank. So we'll get rid of all of this. We'll sweep it too. Can we sweep this without sweeping it? No. Okay. We'll have to clear floor. That's okay. That's okay. We can do that. Clear floor. There are a couple more things here. Get rid of all this nonsense. All right. So we'll have this. Actually, what if we just made it really tall? Well, I don't know if that'd be great. If we put this above it, the light doesn't shine through it, so that could be a problem. Interesting question. Vesper says, you gonna try to make it 96 tiles? Yeah. Yeah, I'm playing with some designs. I'm trying to figure out what would be optimal, and it really right now I'm just kind of groping in the dark. I have the numbers in front of me for the resource chain. Like, I know that 1 Starnacle requires 20 kilograms of coquina per cycle, and I know that 1 Starnacle can support 2 beacons, and 1 beacon can support 1 flue coral. So that means for every Starnacle, you can support 2 beacons, which will support 2 flue corals. Obviously, aside from the saltwater input. So now, this is kind of probably going to be my go-to startup farm, obviously once we get the clam palms. So I might start by trying to build this early game and go ahead and get this running. That way we can get straight into eating beacons and also producing oxygen a lot faster. So this is me kind of organizing my mind in a way to try to optimize a fresh start. Vesper says if it's too big, it won't qualify as a stable. Yep, you're correct. What's the space requirements for the critters? Each one is 12. 12, I think. Let me get off of here. Let me get this off the screen. I think they require 12 tiles for their happiness. Actually, you know what? We'd have to look at them in the database. Yeah. 8 cells. I'm sorry, 8. So actually, you can have a lot. But my understanding from what I've been seeing other people saying is that it's about the volume of water, not about the size of the pin. So I'm not sure how true that is. Yeah, it says pool. So I'm wondering if there's a number that will tell us how many tiles they have available. Let's see here. Tame, breath of fresh air. I mean, we could just put a bunch of them in here and see when they cap out. Because this is a little bit over. This is like 100 and some tiles. It's like 120, this whole thing. But this room right now is, well, it's 68 tiles. Oh, there it is. Pool size. 112 tiles. So I think that was right. Vesper says, good to know. Yeah, it is good to know. There's 4 aquatic critters, and the pool size is 112. So this room right here is 68. This one's 45, and I think these count as well. 68, 108, 113, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. Okay, so maybe it doesn't count these mesh tiles. It counts all the rest of the tiles. 45, 68. We're like 1 tile off, right? Yeah. Anyways, Yeah, because I've seen people where they attach this to a bigger tank and they just do the mesh tiles and they have like ore hulls and some other stuff going on. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make the maximum size farm, I guess. Maybe that's not necessary. I mean, because I guess it's just going to depend on how many duplicates I'm trying to feed. That's kind of what we're setting up. We're setting up a kitchen to see what we can do here. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my phone on silent. Sorry about that. Trying to see. We're just kind of building a bunch of stuff over here. What does this take? It says it has an input. Oh, it does. Smoker, what does it take? Oh, it puts out carbon dioxide. Oh. Well, that's good to know. Actually, let's go down with it. Now, I know that you can just eat the seafood, but we can also just cook the seafood. But I want to bring that over here. Oop, no, we won't go quite that far. We'll do that. Actually, no, I don't think we want to do that either, do we? We want to just drop it in the room, don't we? We use a sweeper to kind of sweep things up. All right. I guess after these guys die, will they die? I guess we'll see. I remember they did something a while back with the starvation ranches. I'm kind of curious how this is going to work out. I guess we'll see what happens with them. Fish out of water. I'm not exactly sure how to kill them. I don't know. I guess we'll kind of let them sit there and see what happens. Ooh. One thing that we do need to do. Well, actually, no, we don't have to do this. I wanted to put that thimble reed over here. Just doing that to get rid of some stuff. All right, back to this. Okay, so the beacon, we got to look at its light. You know what? Let's go ahead and fill this with a little bit of water. And then we will put a beacon in here and maybe look at some testing. Paint, boom. Beacon. Actually, wait, let's not do that. Let's get rid of one. And we'll look at this guy. I want to see his light output. Oop. Right there. Okay. Let's see what he's doing. Is he going to do anything? Or is he just going to hang out here? Okay. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like he's actually here, but it shows him here. So 5,000 lux, 2,500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles away. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the area. Okay, so if he's actually here, 2 by 2, 3, 4, 4 by 4, 5 by 5, but minus 1 in the corner. So 5 by 5 from wherever they are. Okay, that's good to know. So what that means is that if we want light here, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Ish. So really I don't know. These all still look like they're producing. I don't think they're going to be 100% efficient. Maybe that might be something we can optimize for, but right now it looks like these are all staying active even though they're kind of all over the place. Kind of makes me wonder. The only reason why I think we're going to need more than this is if we want to actually have a sustainable food source and we don't want to set up like a bloater farm or anything like that, which I don't even know how much meat the bloaters give. Let's see where if we can find a bloater. We'll look at it in the database. Oops. Actually, wait. I just messed up. Bloater database. Okay, so they do give the same amount and I think they're a little bit cheaper. The waterweed, what does the waterweed require? I think it requires salt water. Okay, so it requires just as much salt water as the big boy stuff because these also require 20 kilograms per cycle of water, salt water. So it's the same except for it doesn't have the lime requirement, but these guys can produce oxygen as well, but not quite as much. So I really don't think that the bloaters, maybe in a like a pinch situation, but I'm not really sure they're worth farming. I mean, you could do it for the meat, but just the amount of resources you get from this resource chain with the beacons is insane because you're only putting in 20 kilograms of coquina to the Starnacles. The Starnacles are supporting the beacons are supporting the colony with meat at a rate of almost one egg per cycle, which once it spools up will be about 1,000 kilograms per beacon per cycle, which means that this right here should roughly contribute about 4,000 calories to the colony per day or per cycle. So not only are we getting 4,000 calories of raw meat per cycle, we're also getting 600 grams per second of oxygen. And all of that comes from 20 kilograms of coquina per cycle. Solo says, I spilled water everywhere. Oh no, I hope you have a towel or a napkin nearby. Don't let it drip into your computer. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you actually just reminded me that I need to put the bottle cap on my bottle of water. It's sitting right by my keyboard. I've done it. Matter of fact, I've done it worse. I've done it with a brand new cup of hot coffee. Yummy. Vesper says that's a good ratio. Yeah. I mean, this isn't a fully maxed out optimized farm, but this little farm right here packs an incredible punch. It can support 4 duplicants with food, actually more once we start cooking. And it can support 6 duplicants with oxygen. And all it costs is all the salt water we already going to have laying around and a little bit of coquina per cycle. Hopefully I'm saying that right. So I really think like this is the way to go. And I think a lot of other people have probably come to this conclusion a lot sooner than I have, but you know, we all do our things in our own times. But I would like to see a fully realized farm. That's something that gives me great pleasure. Is a coquina renewable? That I'm not sure. I don't think so. But I do know on an average playthrough, there's quite a bit of it. This is definitely probably I would say the best thing in the early game, at least that I've seen playing the aquatic. That's the stuff you grow in salt, the coquina? I don't know. Actually, that's a good point. You know, we should take a look at that. Let's take a look at that, okay? We will coquina. Let's look at that in the database. It can be crushed into sand. It can be fed to the starnacle to produce phosphorite, but we're not doing that because the beacons are eating it. You can feed it to a hatch. It doesn't really say. I mean, I might be able to look at it in the external database, but I won't be able to show that on screen. Raw mineral. So it's just a raw mineral. Raw minerals are the unrefined forms of organic solids. Almost all raw minerals can be processed in the rock crusher, although a handful require the use of a molecular forge. I don't think that's going to be this. All right, I'm going to do something off screen a little bit. I'm going to go look at coquina in the wiki, see if there's any additional information. I might be able to share this. Let's see. Let me see what I can share. Probably going to have to do the spin the wheel. There we go. Okay, so now you see what I'm looking at. Domestic growth requires coquina. Okay, coquina, wrong mineral, melts into magma. We got specific heat. We got all the yada yada. I don't think it really says anything about where we, like, I mean, I know it's a resource you can get. I'm not sure. Coquina is a building material that can be found in the reef biome. Reef biome, let's see this. Raw minerals, yes. Reef biome, this is a tropical biome. It's filled with vast saltwater stores and fascinating wildlife. Dry land is almost non-existent. So swimming will be an important skill for my duplicants to acquire. Duplicants can breathe easy here as flue coral continuously converts. Blah, 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 blah. Climb palms, sequines, milking station. Now, I'm not seeing anything here about any of that stuff. So I think maybe it might be safe to say that, yeah, I don't know. That's the short answer. I think it just has to be mine. So I wonder if you can get it in space as well. To answer your question, I would say that if you can get it from space, once you get to space, then I think, yes, it's totally a renewable resource. Most things you can get in space. I don't know about this since they've released Aquatic DLC. But if I had to guess, I'd say you're probably going to find it somewhere in space. Oh! Rogax, you already commented. I'm sorry, I missed this. Let me catch up on the chat here. Vesper said, so bloatfish might be better for long-term sustainability while the coral is good for getting started? Yeah, sure. Rogax said coquina is renewable via space. Yes. Okay, so we came to the same conclusion independently, which is great. But anyway, welcome to the stream, Rogax. I'm not sure if you've been lurking or if you just joined us, but like I said, we've been working on this. We got a beautiful little resource chain going here. I mean, obviously this isn't something new. I'm kind of discovering it for myself. So right now, I mean, I think this is probably one of the most OP ways to start. If you can get to this level right here, I mean, obviously you got to get the clam palms. Rogax said, think I overloaded him with food. Are you talking about the baby? Did he get the itis or is he just uncomfortable? Yeah. I'm wondering if he has gas. I'm guessing you guys probably use like Milacon or something like that if it gets too terrible. All right, let's unpause this. Rogak said when he gets sleepy, well, when he gets overloaded, he gets extra sleepy, so hopefully he'll stay asleep for ages. I know that quiet wish all too well. Please, please, God, just let her stay asleep for a while. Let me get some rest. Let me relax and play a game. Please. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. My daughter, she had the purple crying for probably about the first year and a half, so she didn't really sleep through the night. It was terrible. But we got through it somehow. I look back at those pictures and I see the dark circles under my eyes and I just look like a zombie. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love my daughter. She's amazing. Rogak said he's dropped all but one nap, which is anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. Then sleeps overnight for 12. Oh, that's it. That's it, man. When they sleep through the night, man, there you go. My sister, I don't know if I told you that, but my sister has 3 kids, and from day one, my daughter was born before her first. And of course, Olivia didn't sleep through the night, but her first was a boy, and he slept through the night from the day he came home from the hospital. And I was like, I was so jealous. Rogak says his sleep's all messed up. Went to bed early, 8 p.m., woke up at 1:30, couldn't fall asleep until 3:30. Yeah, that's one thing that as I've gotten older, to kind of date myself here, that's one thing that as I've gotten older, I've realized is super important. If you're not getting the right amount of rest. But obviously, sometimes life demands it. All right. I don't know why it gets that laggy. Yikes. Rogak said, he started sleeping through the night at 5 months, then fully at 7 months. When you weaned him? Okay. It's nice. At least it didn't take 2 years. Your sleep's always been broken by 2 alarms you have set through the night for yourself? Actually they say, I've heard that, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard, and by heard, I mean, I watched a YouTube video. Somebody was talking about how earlier humans used to wake up like primitive tribal humans. They wake up in the middle of the night, hang out for an hour or two, maybe have a little snack, a little light social hour, and then they go back to sleep. So it's more of a broken sleep schedule. I thought that was kind of interesting. If it's true, I would assume it is. Me personally, I try to get 8. Rogak said, mine's more my colostomy bag. Oh, yikes, man. That's rough. I hate to hear that. White Tiger says, 1800s, we didn't sleep 8 hours. It was broken up. Yep. I think that's kind of what I think I heard, or I was trying to explain. Also, welcome to the chat, White Tiger. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Or at least heard from you. Today we're trying to just make some nice little starter fish tanks here, for lack of a better term. Fish farms, I guess you could call it. This one's pretty nice, but we're trying to make something a little bit bigger. So we're kind of looking at these. These put off light about 5 tiles away. So, but the thing is like these are still going. There's 4 of them in here. So there's not really, I don't know. We could try this. I was thinking maybe we could do something like this. Maybe we could put a 2 gap, 2, right? That's all they need, right? Do like that, maybe? Yeah, I think that actually might work. Because that's 2, 4, 6, 8. If they take 8 tiles apiece, 8 goes into 96, 12 times? 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe it could go down the middle. Actually, that's an idea. That's actually an idea. Okay. But we're going to have to look at the total size of the farm, though. That's the only thing. Do like a 1 gap? No, we want it more than that. Maybe like 3. That's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. I think that's too many. Air will get trapped. Will it? Will it get trapped? Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, we can try it. It's worth a try, right? Let me go ahead and spawn some seeds. I'll get some guys up here. That too. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're just trying to test here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Really, I don't. But we're going to figure this out. Rogak said, do any of us? Yeah, I agree with that 100%. We're all figuring life out, man. None of us have it figured out. Somebody tells you they got it figured out, they're a liar. But that's okay. That's what makes it exciting as well. Because if you knew everything and you'd done everything, what would be the point? There'd be nothing left to experience. And that's the great thing about life, is there's just so much detail to life that you'll never experience it all. White Tiger said, I'd say if you wanted to stack them like that, I'd go diagonally and upward in an upward angle. So O2 goes up. Okay. Okay, yeah, no, I'm definitely open to that. What I want to do first is I want to get some flue coral planted and just kind of see what happens. I 100% believe you, 100%. But you know, I'm kind of still figuring some of this stuff out, so you know, I gotta see it for myself. Put some more water in here as well. And oh yeah, I gotta spawn the flue coral seeds, plant palm seeds, flue coral seeds. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We said 12, right? Yeah, 12. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of this. Copy settings. Boom. Done. Now we just need somebody to come do the work. We'll see what happens. Maybe. Maybe one day. Okay, we'll up the priority on this. No, not that. Priority. Let's do that. Oh, he's already on his way. Come on, Jim Carrey. Get to work. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to put water to it. Salt water. Durr. Where is... Oh, there it is. No, no, no. Let's make sure you're doing salt water, buddy. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's not connected. I guess when I did the thing, it disconnected it. Oh, we're going to need... Wait, what? We're going to need... Shoot, what are we going to need? We're going to need... lime. Actually, he might go get some. I think that's probably what he's going to do. We may not need to do this. Is he going to grab it? Do we have any? No, we don't. So I guess these fish don't die? Is that what happens here? Do they not? I know they did something with starvation ranches, right? White Tiger said, I mean, O2 pressure builds up and it should move, or one would think. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. I'm also wondering if these fish are going to die or if I have to kill them. They don't seem to be starving? Or do they just have to age out? Is that how this works? 0, 1, 3. I'm guessing they age out. Okay, so this does take a little bit longer. Vesper says you probably can't use a drowning chamber for that. Yeah. So I heard somebody on YouTube talking about a reverse drowning chamber where they just basically let them flop until they die, I guess. But it doesn't look like they're going to die anytime soon. It looks like they're just going to die of old age after 25 cycles. So that kind of changes my theory on this. That means you could actively kill them, but once this thing fully spools up, like once it winds up, it's going to take 25 cycles for it to be at full capacity. And that would be without you killing them, I'm thinking. So you may have to overproduce before it actually becomes self-sustaining without any input. I don't know. Okay, let's put some more lime here. Actually, you know what? No. Okay, quick, hold up. Okay, so we need more water. That's for sure. It's probably gonna spill. Paint. Okay, that's good. All right, next we're gonna need to get these fertilized. But more importantly, we're gonna have to supply some food for the beacons. So a wall planter for each 2. So that's gonna be 6 wall planters. Maybe we should make this one. Yeah, I think maybe we should make this one wider. Because then we could put a bunch of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could put it right there. Right in the center. And then we could put our grooming station like right here. Maybe that'll work? What do you guys think? I'm gonna move this over a little bit. I'm gonna get rid of these and I'm gonna move them over just a little bit so we can redo this. Come on now. Quit being like that. What the heck? How did that happen? Holy crap. Glitch much? Jeez. That was quite the glitch. Vesper said, I wonder if you boil them if the meat comes out cooked. That sounds like some Minecraft stuff right there. Like with the chicken farms. Quick fun fact. I used to play a lot of Minecraft. I used to be really into redstone. Like really into redstone. I used to play the Reddit public servers and I helped with the carbon rail at one point. Just a little bit. I wasn't directly involved, but I definitely had access to all those schematics. And there's some really cool things you can do in there. Really cool things you can do with redstone. White Tiger said it would be nice if you could plant the coral in any direction since real coral can. Yeah, that's true. We're gonna actually, speaking of, did I grab Starnacle seed? I think I did. Okay, cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, cool. Let's get rid of the cheaty menu here. Plant, copy, paste. All right, now we're gonna have to figure out a way to make sure everything gets fed. These guys are gonna need to be fed. We may need to move this up a little bit. I'm actually kind of curious what size this tank is. So let's cap it real quick. And then I'll put the doors up here as well. And we'll cap it off with a tile. Let's see what size room this ends up being. It's probably too big. Yeah, it's 132. Oof. Yeah, it's too big. All right, well, that didn't work. Maybe we could kind of bring the size down a little bit. What's our size now? 125. Ah, it's so much to come down. Yeah, maybe this isn't quite viable as I thought. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get a full size in here. Like full size. Matter of fact, you know what? You know what actually might be kind of fun? Let's see how big we can go. I think the biggest we will probably be able to go is probably going to be... Actually, you know what? Let's see. We'll deconstruct this top row. I see you, Higby. I see you swimming. All right. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this. All right. Let's bring this down just a little bit. 121, 108. We're getting close. 95. Okay, so it'd need one less like that. Okay. Actually, no. We can get rid of one of those. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking here, guys. I wonder if we deconstruct that and put one here, and then we can just kind of tighten this up a little bit. We can actually put another one here, like that. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe... Actually, I don't even know about this. Let's do this. Get rid of all of these. What I want to do is just put one above here. How about that? And then we'll get rid of these. All right. It's a lot of mess, but okay. All right. Let me get rid of these. Like I said, we're just trying to make the maximum size tank that we can here to exploit this resource chain between the Starnacle to the Beacon to the Flue Coral. So we're trying to get to the maximum ranch size right now. We're a little bit too big. I wonder if we should tighten this up a little bit. Maybe we should tighten this up a little bit. Bring these over just like this. That way we can go taller. I think that might be the play. We'll deconstruct this. Let's get rid of this water and all these building materials. Oh no, that's not what we wanted. Oops. Good thing we're paused. All right. And let's go ahead and delete these materials as well. And a final mop. There we go. That should be good. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get these planted again. Keep forgetting you can copy the settings. All right, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, maybe we can just leave a 2 gap here and do 6 tall. That actually might work too. I don't know. Might just leave it like this. Let's see what our room size is now. We're at 81 tiles. Okay. We're definitely within size for a ranch. 90 tiles. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, this is better. We're still not at full size yet, but it's better. They should be able to get their breath of fresh air there. If I could speak, breath of fresh air. I think he just did. Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. Okay. If not, he can still come over here. So it's not the end of the world. All right, let's go ahead and get all this hooked up. Let's see what we can do with this. So each 2 of these Flue Corals is going to need 1 Starnacle and 2 Beacons. So I think we actually might do what I was saying earlier. We might get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this, and we'll move all of this over by 1. We can tighten this up just a little bit. We might be able to actually get one more floor out of this as well. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and... Oop, B, not V. We'll just leave it as is. Okay, let's look at our room size again. Oop, we got too much going on there. We could probably bring this up 1 tile, I think. Yeah, I think so. Back wall, yes. Oh, I guess we can't get rid of that. Oh, what? G, back wall. I guess it's not a natural back wall. And maybe we have to hit our destroy button. There it goes. Okay. I guess since we cheated it in, it had to be cheated away. All right. Now let's look at our room size again. Oh, 90 tiles. We still actually have room here. We could go bigger. 90 tiles. We could go that much more. 96 tiles. We could come up a little bit. We could get this into a full ranch, but I don't think we need to. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, and then we can copy these. And what I think I'll do is I'm going to be cheeky, and I'm just going to put the grooming station over here in the corner. That way it's right off the ladder, and I think that we might be able to keep all of these going with enough beacons. So there'll be 2, 4, 6, 8 beacons in this tank. The only problem is that I think the sweepers are going to get a little intense, especially with adding the wall planters in here to sustain them. So they'll need to be one for each of these floors. So that actually might be interesting. Let's start with that. Actually, no. Yes. I'm not going to put anything in them, but we'll place them. I think this will probably be the way to go. And then we'll do this right here. Yeah, I think that's going to work because we might be able to... I don't know. I guess we'll see how these sweepers are going to work. Let's see if we can work some magic with our sweepers here. Nah. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe this needs to be 3 wide. Maybe we should have left it 3 wide. Because then we'd be able to put like a planter and then a sweeper and then a planter and then a sweeper and then a planter and then a sweeper. The only problem is this room's going to cap out in size real quick because it can't be more than 96. And we can always put mesh tiles to add this to another tank so these guys aren't cramped because their happiness is dependent upon the pool. All right. Where was that on? The room overlay? Yeah, there it is. Pool size 86. Critters 1. All right, let's see if we can make this bigger somehow. Okay, so we're gonna need one down here, one here. That'll actually work because it'll be wall planter, sweeper, wall planter, sweeper, wall planter, sweeper, wall planter, sweeper. But then we'll have to put like a grooming station, tuck it over here in the corner. Okay, all right, piping it in. All right, that's good. Now let's go back to the wall planters. We're going to need 1 for each 2. So 1, 2, actually 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to be a little funny here. There we go. Starnacle. Copy it all the way down. Now let's see what our room size looks like. 96 tiles. Ah, we're already maxed out. Dang it. You know what we can do? That's fine. We can just do like that. Now we're at 89. Okay, I can work with that. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Oh, that worked out perfectly. It's almost like I meant to do that or something, you know? Boom. And last but not least, well, we're gonna have to put back tiles. See how the water's gonna settle. We may need to add some water as well. Let me catch up on the chats here. Sorry about that. I just noticed it. First time chat. Zachy, welcome to the stream and welcome to chat. Zachy said Aquatic Ranch can be bigger than 96 though. The fish won't get crowded. Yeah, we were actually talking about that a little bit ago. We were actually talking about how it's based on the pool size. You can see that by hitting your room overlay and doing like this. As you can see, this pool size is 91 tiles. The room size is 96. And yes, you can put mesh tiles on the side and add this to another tank to where they won't be affected by that. But yeah, thanks for the comment. That's some really good information. Rogax said, replace top 2 plastic ladders with a door. Yeah, I guess I saw that a little bit late. You said, oh, never mind. I see what you're doing. Yeah, so now I'm going to put a grooming station here. I just got to put some back tiles. And then I'm going to add enough beacons, and then we'll test it and see how efficient it is. We're also going to have to put our sweepers in and stuff like that. So that's the next step. We're going to put our grooming station in. We got to do our back tiles first. What should we go with, chat? You guys have any favorites of these new tiles? I'm just going to start with some basic, but I would love to hear what your new favorite tiles are. Okay, let's see here. Vesper says, does the grooming station work if the pool is more than 96 tiles? No, it won't. Well, the pool doesn't matter. The room size is what matters. So check this out. This is what's going to happen. As soon as we put this grooming station in here, this is going to turn into a... Are you ready? Boom. Stable. 96 tiles. So now we have a stable. Now we just need to get our resources in here. And we'll start by adding our sweepers and everything. And then last but not least, we'll put in some fish. We'll put in some beacons. But I want to go ahead and get all the automations set up. Let's go to shipping. Now we should be able to do this. That'll cover that one. I know it's going to be a lot of sweepers. But you're going to see my method here in a minute. And I think you might be seeing my big brain move here. You see that there's a 2 spot here, 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 and here? Guess what we can fit in those? That's right, receptacles and loaders. So this will reach down to here, and this one will reach to here. So we're going to have 2 sets of loaders and receptacles. Unfortunately, the tank's just a little bit too big for all of them to be covered by one. We're just 1 tile off from being able to cover everything with 1. I mean, well, no, I don't think we'd be able to do that, because if I move this up 1, I probably won't be able to reach these tiles with the sweeper. So I guess maybe that's an unfortunate reality, is that we're going to have to go with double the receptacles and loaders. So we're going to need some receptacles so we can fertilize these starnacles. So I'll probably do something like this. We can just go with receptacles on one side and loaders on the other, just to keep it simple. And yes, I placed them upside down. Wow, that actually turned out pretty nice. Hook it into power. And then we're gonna do eggs, beacon eggs, because we definitely don't want those in here. Copy setting, paste. Then we'll grab some shipping rail. This is gonna be our exit. We're just gonna bring it up to here. Just gonna let these fish flop. You know what? We'll drop them, because why not? We can. And let's sweep the floor. I don't want all this crap in here. All right. I always forget delete. You can't hit escape. There's no escape. Open, open. Oh, it's not. Okay, well, we're gonna have to put some more water in here. Yeah, that's right. We didn't do that. Let's go with a couple hundred and paint that. There we go. All right, there we go. They're gonna start grooming. All right, let's put a bunch of them in here and see what happens. Delete this. Actually, you know what we probably should do? We should probably put some resources in here. That way these guys can have something to prime this with. So let's do, what is it? Lime? Lime solid. Paint. What else do we need? We need coquina? Coquina. Now, no. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn this off. Nope. There it goes. That's what I wanted. And I think some of these dev tools are a little buggy. I could be wrong. Maybe I just don't know how to use them. I love how he's holding his nose. He gets to go in the water. That's pretty funny. I like that. I like that. That reminds me of when I was a kid. That's how I went in the water, because I was always afraid to get water up my nose. Until I learned that you can just lightly breathe out through your nose and it won't go in your nose. Anyways, there we go. Okay, let me look at the temperature. Is the temperature okay? Yikes. Okay, it's a little high, but that's okay. Yeah, I see what you're talking about with the oxygen. The oxygen is doing some weird stuff already. I'm actually wondering... Rogax says, yeah, that works until the water is colder than you realize and you get a nose full of water. See, yeah, I see what you're talking about. And now it's saying atmosphere, so maybe this is too close. Or maybe what we could do is we could do a big brain move like this. Nah, it's still gonna do it, isn't it? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. How can we get around this? Air tile the sides? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but you see this one's still having a problem. They're all having a problem. I think there has to be 3 tiles, which is very unfortunate. I could move this down one and then do this, but then that's going to increase the room size, and yeah, I don't know how this is going to work, but I guess we'll find out. Probably going to have to delete these 2. Let's see. How can we do this? We're probably going to have to pare it down in size. I think that's what we're going to have to do. It's unfortunate, though. Ooh! Ooh. Okay, we're going for version 2 of this farm, okay? We're going to go for version 2. So I think what we can do is we can tighten this up, and then there'll be a gap on the top of them, and that's where we can put our receptacles, our sweepers, our loaders. So we'll tighten this back up to a 2 gap. That way we can kind of compress this into a smaller space so we can get the gap between the flue corals that we need to make sure that they don't become, growth halted. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So I think the first thing I'll do is try to move this over a little bit, if I can. We're probably going to have to delete pretty much all of this. Bye. Whoops. All right. Matter of fact, we could put these around the sides too, but I don't think we're going to have to. I think we're going to be okay. Deconstruct. Air tile the sides instead of normal so water doesn't escape. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about that, but I'm thinking that maybe we'll do it like this. I'm going to try this. We'll see what happens. Oop, it's not what I wanted to do. X. There we go. Okay. Copy, paste. Give ourselves some pipes here. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I want to do this like that. I think what I'll do is we'll just pipe it up like this. Ah, not like that. I was trying to hold shift. I promise. All right. That should be a good start to that. How big is our room now? Still 96 tiles. We did good. I don't know how we got that exactly right the first try. I mean, I meant to do that. Definitely. All right. Now we just need some more water. It does have a little bit of a... Oh, look at this. What's going on here? That's not okay. Why does this have pressure damage? I don't understand. Maybe it's because of these? I mean, there's an easy fix for that if it is. You just put airflow tiles around it. Airflow tiles will take as much pressure as you can throw at them and they do not break. Vesper says, oh, I finally get it. The stable has to be 96 tiles, but the pool can be bigger, hence the mesh, allowing more than 8 fish in the stable area. Yeah. But for right now, I mean, we're not even thinking about the bigger pool. We're just trying to make one efficient, self-contained farm that throws off as much resources as possible with that 20 kilograms of coquina per cycle, or at least per starnacle. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike there. Okay, now we can get back to what we were doing. Now, this does look a little weird. I know we're going to have a little bit of a gap here. I'm not sure if there's really anything we can do about that. We could put some mesh tiles around the side, which is always... And look at these. These are starting to take damage. I don't like that at all. Matter of fact, that's a brilliant idea. Why don't we just make it out of mesh tiles, the airflow tiles, because the oxygen will be able to escape, but the water won't. Right? Oh, look at that. It actually worked. Kind of. Okay, let's put some more fish in here, but first we're going to need to put some more water in here. Let's see here. Salt water? Paint? There we go. All right, let's put some more of these guys in here. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these guys. Where'd I put you? Oh, there they are. Beacons. All right. I need you to leave, bud. Oh, I guess not. I guess he got deleted. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I keep hitting escape to try to get out of that menu. It doesn't work. White Tiger says airflow tile not immune to pressure damage anymore. I thought you actually might be right. I actually don't know for sure. This seems to be... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, let's put some more water in there. I actually think that might not be true, because so far it's looking like these tiles are not going to take pressure damage like those things were. Let's go. Where's all this? Oh, I bet you this water's... Oh, okay. I see what's happening. I see exactly what's happening. Look at this liquid. Look how many kilograms are here. I think this is creating these little waterfalls, and it's making it compress the water. That actually is not good. Zachy said, you probably got a weird bug that liquid trapped in airflow to damage it. Yeah, so I think what it is the waterfalls. I do remember back in the day, like these little waterfalls that you're seeing, they tend to like compress more fluid into a tile. And I think that's what's happening. Look at this. I don't know. I could be wrong. Looks pretty intense. But you know what? I mean, it's working. It doesn't look great, but it's working. There's just not enough water in here to do the grooming station. Oh, paint. Will it stay, though? I'm guessing. White Tiger said, so you made a wave machine? Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, you know. Gotta make it equal. You know. All right, so there's that. Okay, so this is actually working. And they're all putting off. Okay, so technically, we could do this. I mean, actually, I guess we should probably use regular tiles. Or try to, anyway. Maybe. And then we'll fill it with water. And then we'll go back to our tile. Do something like this, and that should give them like so much room. So we should be able to put 8 in here now. Okay, so you see that the pool size is 118 tiles. It's kind of hovering there, so we can actually put a lot in here. Let's see how far we can... I don't know if this is causing any problems or what, but we'll just go down a little bit farther with it. How's this water pressure doing? It's actually climbing. Okay, that's alarming. I guess we'll see if it breaks tiles here shortly. Matter of fact, I'm wondering if that light penetrates over here. You could literally just do another tank after another tank after another tank if you really, really wanted to. I mean, you're really going to be limited by the coquina, I think. That's the biggest limiting factor for this. Ah, nope. Paint. I think that was because we added all the mesh tiles. I want to make sure this stays submerged, because if it doesn't, then we got a problem. Yeah, see, this pressure is ridiculous. It's almost 2,000 kilograms at times. The cool thing is that we could turn this into like a clam-palm farm. Matter of fact, I think that's what we can do. Deconstruct. That gives me an idea. Let's clear the floor. So how's everybody doing? How's it going? Zachy says, light passes through airflow, right? How about separate coral and fish? Well, here's the thing about the flue coral is that the beacons will fertilize the flue coral with lime after they eat from the starnacle or if they're fed phosphorite. So that's something that we can completely take out of the resource chain. The only thing we need is the salt water to supply to the farm tiles, and then the beacons will provide the 5 kilograms of lime per cycle. We just haven't gotten that far yet. We're just trying to prove this is a concept, and then we're going to automate everything. See, this is one thing I'm having a problem with. See, look at the water level. It keeps dropping. I don't like that. That's a problem. I mean, maybe we just have to keep pumping water in. I don't know. Let's keep painting some water in. Maybe it'll stabilize at some point. Who knows? Matter of fact, fill. Oh, shit. I mean, sorry. Oxygen. Let's fix this real quick. Oops, now all the water's gone. All right, let's go back to fill. Big fish tank. Okay, let's try this one more time. That was brilliant, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. There we go. All right, nothing to see here, guys. Everything's okay. There we go. Matter of fact, no. That's not what I said. All right, this should work. We'll let this run for a little bit. Rogak says, now that is a fish tank. Cool. And now what we can do is we can actually just farm our clam palms over here, because I don't think they really need a super whole lot of space. So we should be able to fit... Ah, come on now. Don't lag out on me like that. Deconstruct. We'll put a ladder over here as well. And then we'll just do... Oh, let me get this off of the screen. Clam palm. Oh, no, it takes 3 tiles. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. No problem. We had already kind of done that design over here. It just means we're going to have 1 less. Deconstruct. Okay. Clam palm. There we go. That ought to be a winner. And then we got to obviously put some salt water to it. I know I'm being fidgety here. It's really not important that this is down there, but, you know. Just want to make it look good. Salt water. There we go. I think that's working now. Hallelujah. Rogak says, I have a sweepy for the mucin of my slogos. How lazy is that? Yeah, I mean, I'm personally not a big fan of the slogos because it doesn't seem like they give very many calories for what they require. I think that's even more of a poor food choice than the soda cane. That's my personal opinion. I'm not really that good at this game, so. All right. These require... What do these require for fertilization? Do these... Oh, sand. Okay. So we might want to try to figure out how to optimize that, or optimize this. We could probably make the tank a little bit bigger, but this isn't priority. I just wanted to increase the volume of this tank so we could have more of these guys. So right now we have 8, and the tank size, or at least the pool size, let me get to the overlay. The pool size is 171, which is absolutely monstrous. So we could put a couple more of these guys in here. Let's do that. I think we can put... What's the rough math on that? Let me pull this to the side real quick. All right, we have a pool size of a 171. So 171 divided by 8 per critter. We can have 21 of these beacons in this pool. 21.375 to be precise. So we have 8. No, we have 5. Okay, we only have 5 critters in here. We'll probably want to put a couple more in here. 6. Yeah, you need to go in there though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. They're probably, actually the thing is that they're going to starve to death anyway. I mean, because I can't, there's no way I can give them enough. None of them should be crowded either. Hit delete here. Get out of the room overlay. Maybe we'll mop a little bit of this water. Okay, I think that's enough. It looks like they're getting their breath of fresh air now. Okay, so we have that many. What we definitely want to make sure is that we have enough of our starnacle in here. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3 starnacles at the very least. So we shall do that. Well, I'm going to put them like this, just because I feel like that's a good spot for them. That way we can put our sweepers right here in the middle, and then maybe put our other stuff, our receptacles and loaders off to the sides. Because we are going to need 2 sets, like I said. But this actually might simplify it a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. Starnacle. Copy this setting. Rogak said it's more for the lime, and the small amount of mucin I can turn later for resources. Yeah, I think you can use... What is mucin used for? I know you can make mush bars out of it. Can't you use mucin to make rubber or something? No, I'm not sure. I'd have to look. All right. We got 3 of those. That's enough starnacle to support all of these. These not so much. I actually kind of regret putting 21 in here at this point. Rogak says slime and polluted water if boiled at 90°C. Okay. But the question is, do you really need the slime or the polluted water? Usually you can find some geysers for that. And on the aquatic start, there's plenty of polluted water. All right, so we have this. Let's go ahead and try to make some shipping here. Oh, that's beautiful. Will that really cover all of those? Oh my gosh. We actually might be able to simplify this even more. So this can reach to there. Okay, so basically, it's not gonna cover the grooming station. Oops. Rogak said slime and algae and polluted water. So it's almost 1,000 kilograms of polluted water per 1,000 grams of mucin. It's actually not bad. Maybe I'll have to take a look at that again. Maybe we could come up with a really cool Slogo ranch or something. That'd be a nice Wednesday project in the future. I'm definitely down for that. I wish this would cover that grooming station. So annoying. I guess we may have to go with 3 again after all. Because there's really no way for me to... I mean, I could do this, but... Rogak said, then you can feed arbor trees for wood. Yeah, wood. Yeah, I hate to do this, but I think... I don't know. Maybe we can do that? I hate to leave 2 tiles unattended. I think we're going to have to do 2. It's just an unfortunate reality. But the cool thing is that all of these are covered here to here. So that means I can put a receptacle and... Yeah, so these 4 tiles right here should be covered by everything. So I can put a conveyor and a receptacle and be done. How do we want to do this? I'm going to do them pointing towards each other. Actually, you know what? I don't like that. Do that. And this. This is going to be... Yeah, okay. So what this is going to do, I have a bunch of materials up here, coquina and stuff like that. This is going to load it to bring it down to the conveyor receptacle. We're just going to pretend like this is your input from wherever your coquina is coming from. Maybe your storage room, whatever. Then we're going to need another receptacle to receive that stuff. Do like that. And then we obviously need to wire it all in. Easy peasy. This may be not so easy peasy. They're not really close to each other. Just have to zigzag through. It'll be all right. Okay. Eggs. Beacon eggs. Get them out of here. This we want coquina. I hope I'm saying that right. It's like Joaquin Phoenix. You know, when I first heard of him back in the day, what was that movie he did? Buffalo Soldier? I used to call him Joaquin Phoenix. And my girlfriend at the time, she knew his name and how to pronounce it, and I didn't. And she let me say that for like a couple of weeks. And then one day she pulled me aside. She said, "You know it's Joaquin, right?" I felt so stupid. I was like, "Why didn't you tell me that?" Here I am pronouncing something wrong repeatedly, and you're just standing there idly. Okay, that might be one of the reasons why we're not together anymore. Who's starving? Oh yeah, they're starving. Never mind. We don't care about them. Hatches are old news. I will tell you, this has actually been a very delightful night. It's a great change of pace. I love Sabotage. I love Fast Friday. I even like Manic Mondays. But today is pretty chill. I appreciate that. You guys are definitely helping with that vibe. All right. I think... Are these things letting off oxygen or not? I don't think they are. Are they? Oh, these guys aren't happy. Oh, they're crowded. Okay. Oof. I was going to say, I was starting to see no light there, and I was like, something don't seem right. Let's go ahead and get some... Oh, it's because there's eggs in here, isn't there? Let's see. Covers that. You know what we could do? We could put a critter sensor in here. That'll tell us real quick how many eggs and how many critters are in here. Delete. I think you gotta go to the automation tab for that to work. No? Okay. 21. So there's one egg in here. Okay. These guys are still crowded. I don't know why they're crowded. That should have been okay. Okay, well, I guess we just found out that maybe that isn't... Let's see here. Clear floor. Let's see what we got. Rogax, gonna watch on my phone quietly. Short-lived, boys awake. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, go take care of your little one. White Tiger said I'm mainly lurking while I play myself. That's perfectly okay. Today's just a chill day anyway. We're just kind of hanging out. We're chatting, working on stuff. I think if you peek in every once in a while, you're not going to miss much. So they're happy again. Maybe 21 was just too much. Was my math off? Let me see here. Let me go to the database and see what they... It says they require 8 cells. Pool of 8 cells. So if you figure if we have... I mean, literally... Actually, you know what I could do? I could share... Let's see here if I have it. I'm looking for... Display capture. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so here it is. I'll bring this over. And so if we have a stable... 100... Oh, the pool got smaller. How did it get smaller? Did we do something to make it smaller? That's why. So if we do that again, if we do 155 divided by 8... Yeah, so it's 19 now. Okay, so that's why they went overcrowded. Okay, well, I guess we figured that one out. And we would have got away with it, too, if it wasn't for you meddling kids. All right, so we can have 20 in here. I'm not sure why those tiles went down. That's interesting. Oh, maybe it's because the liquid it was in these tiles. Ah, that makes sense. These tiles up here were part of the pool, and when I deleted that water, that's what made the pool smaller. Okay, that makes sense. There really shouldn't be any eggs in here. I don't understand how there's eggs. I guess there isn't. Oh, there is. Okay, well, there we go. I would call that working. It's actually not a bad design, really. I just wish that we could put some regular tiles here instead of these airflows. Wonder if we could change these out. Let's see what happens. Just go all the way down with this. Yeah, that looks good. I think that's good. I'd say that's pretty compact. I don't know if I can make it any more compact than that. That's the full 96. I could probably bring this grooming station to here. And then we'd get a couple of more tiles out of this. We'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles. That wouldn't give us enough room for another layer of the hydroponic tiles, though. So I think this is probably about maximized as far as the space goes. And you know what? This could even be a middle tank. You know what I mean? You could eventually put these mesh tiles on this side and then just have another tank over here. And you could even do like maybe another grooming station right on the other side or a shearing station, and maybe you could do ore hauls over here. I don't know. There's some ideas. I would call that a win, though. I call this a win. This is a pretty decent design. So this is my starter tank. Ignore this to the left. Starter tank here, and then this is more of the fully realized, fully optimized version. Time to come back to these fish. 8 cycles, 9 cycles. Okay, so 9 cycles, that's it. You know what might be useful on these test days? Thank you, Vespa. Vespa said nice work. Vesperus. I appreciate it. Probably gonna just share the overlays. You guys can definitely go back and look at the stream and get those if you're interested in duplicating this or maybe making your own. I'd love to see what you guys come up with as well. I'm actually in the process of getting a Discord channel started. So we can share stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Because I know what I can do. I can take this and I can actually save it here in the menu. I can literally just come in here and select all of this and save it as a preset right there. And it'll show up right here in this list. I've already done that with the Hatch Ranch. This may not work, but yeah, you see how big it is? I can just pop that down at any moment. Boom. Does it have everything that I put into it? I don't think so. I think, no, it doesn't have the upgrades. Yeah, I can already tell because this door should be a pneumatic door. This was the problem. When they did a quality of life update, this door ended up being the problem. So I'm looking to redo that tutorial fairly soon to redo this hatch farm. It's not perfect. I don't know if it ever was, but it's really close. There's only a couple of edge cases that we tested in the Wednesday stream 2 weeks ago. But anyway, yeah, I think this is great. I think this is really cool right here. This is definitely something I'm going to be using in the future. But yeah, it looks like we're about 10 minutes out from the end of stream. So we're just going to kind of chill. If you guys have any questions, or you want to chat or anything like that, I'd love to know what you guys are working on. All right, let's do some overlays real quick, just so you guys can see what we have here. I may even take some screenshots here. Main. Power. Not that it's complete or optimized. So we got plenty of light. Oh my god, there's so much light in here. Piping. There's no gas overlay. I guess the fish are beautiful in their own right, huh? Room overlay. We don't need that. We don't even have any automation. I think the only other thing we have is shipping. This is a fairly straightforward farm. There's really no automation to it. I mean, the only problem with this is that actually there is one more optimization we need to make. I just realized what's going to happen. As these fish die off, they're not going to be replaced. So we definitely should make some type of mechanism to replace them. And I think this critter sensor is actually the beginning of that. So if it's below, we're going to say 19. And we're going to count eggs. We want it to send a green signal. And if it sends the green signal, we're going to want the eggs to redirect to this room. If not, we're going to want it to go to this kill chamber. So let's see how we can do that real quick. Probably do a shoot like this. Yeah, the only problem with that is that it'll reach an infinite loop. It'll basically pop out. As soon as it starts falling, the sweeper will grab it, put it back in, it'll pop out. Question is, how can we... I figured it out. I figured it out. Here's what we're going to do. This is a little dirty. It's just a little quick and dirty solution. What we can do is we can deconstruct this. Now, it's going to add 2 tiles to the room, but that's okay. What we'll do is we'll move this over to here, because this is where it's going to end up being. We'll get rid of this one, and then we'll put 2 more mesh tiles. Just like that, and that should bring our room back into size. Fantastic. And then what we'll do, it sounds like we got a meteor shower going on. Ooh. We'll put this here, and then we'll reset this to below 19. And you can obviously set this to whatever you want your room to be. White Tiger says, trying to build an industrial brick with copper volcano. Failing at the moment. I actually have... Well, I won't say that they're my original designs. I stole them from Echo Ridge, but he actually has a pretty nice tamer. It's not too bad. The biggest thing is that, you know, you're going to have to build the stuff inside of it out of steel. I'm pretty sure you already know that, though. All right, so let's go ahead and hook this up to our sensor. And I think we can almost call this done. We'll go to our shipping overlay and... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Now I'm doing all kinds of dumb stuff. All right, shipping. We might want to switch these then, because this needs to hit this, and we'll do like this. Just put a bridge on it. Just like that. And then, did we do our... Yes, we did. Okay. Okay, so now what we'll do is... Brain is... Okay, we need to delete a fish. We need to delete a beacon. So we'll clear floor. Boom. This should open now. And the next egg should drop here. Let's go ahead and sweep the floor so we can see it plainly. Delete. All right, let's watch our shipping overlay. It's going to go in there. This should be open. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what we have in here. 18. Oh, we got it set on the wrong number. All right, let's try this one more time. This is why we test. So that should be open now. It is. All right, let's watch what happens on the next egg. Now, if the egg does what it's supposed to, this one should lay here, and now it should be closed. Boom. Yes, yes, that's exactly what we wanted. That's a problem. Maybe we should put a little bit more water in here, because I think when they're getting their breath of fresh air, they're actually leaving the room, which is weird. I don't think that's an intended behavior. Let's put some more water and see if that fixes the problem. We don't want to put quite that much. We'll put like 500 in each tile. Just so... Boom. Okay. That should fix that problem. All right, let's go back to our shipping overlay. And I'm wondering if we could even put a critter condo in here somewhere. That'd be cool if we could tuck that in here. Right, currently we don't have any space, but I'm sure we could make it happen. I'm sure we could cut down this space a little bit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tiles we can get rid of there. We could put some airflow. We could actually put some mesh tiles in here to reduce this, but the arrows still go through it. Oh, that's such a great idea. And then we can actually expand the room. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Why didn't I not think of that? Let's make sure that this guy can still reach everything, though. It can. Okay. Sweet. And he can. Oh, this is going to be so great. This will be able to... We may be able to make this thing way bigger. Where's our sweepers? Oh, did that block them? No. Okay, no. They're still good. They're still good. Oh, that is so awesome. I am so excited about that. That's so awesome because that just gave us probably a ridiculous amount. Yeah. So we just gave ourselves 14 more tiles. We could definitely make this taller now. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So how many more tiles could we go? So I'm getting ahead of myself. Probably gonna have to wrap this up soon, but let me see what we have. 82. So we're gonna need at least, let's see here, 16. Nah, it's not gonna be enough. Dang, I was getting excited. It is enough for the critter condo, though. It's definitely enough for the critter condo. And I think where we'd put that in is we just tuck it in right here on the side. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm not even sure how much water this is going to take off of what we got going on here. But we're going to see. Let's go ahead and clear floor. And then we obviously want to put some water in these tiles that we just revealed. Boom. Let's see how our room looks. It's still... oh, we're a couple tiles off being max. Okay, I can deal with that. I can live with that. 2 tiles off. Okay, and then where's the critter condo? I can never remember. It's probably critter condo. Excuse me, the aquatic critter condo. Boom. Check that out, guys. Check that out. I think that is even better. I think that's even better. Oh, I like that a lot. Vesper said, I missed your comment. Vesper said, I'm in a contest to see who can get the most pips and hatches? Like through your actual playthrough? I'm not sure I understand. Should still be like 95 tiles. Yep. Sweet. Oh man, that is so satisfying to see. Vesper says Stinger is hosting. It's a month long and there are prizes for the first, second, and third. Wow, that sounds actually kind of interesting. I love me some hatches. Yeah, I think we just I think we just tripped into something beautiful here. I really do. We just optimized this farm to pretty much the maximum size. We got a critter condo in here. We got as many of these fluke corals as we could possibly fit without breaking the game. Yeah, I call this a win. I'm wondering what'll happen. Let me put this down to like 6 of these. Yeah, let me do that. We can support up to 19 with what we have, but let's go ahead and change this as well. We can do below 6. Vesper says at the end of the deadline, whoever has the most wins. Very nice. I'm wondering what the prizes are. What are the prizes? Let me see. Do I want to get rid of some of these? Do I not? I'll get rid of this one. Deconstruct. Now it looks even. Maybe-ish. Vesper said the Pip and Hatch stuffed animals with the codes for the game bed skins. Oh, skins. You had me at skins. Oh, and the stuffed animals. I think they're cute. I actually might end up buying some of those. I don't know. We'll see. They stopped making them, and I really want the beds. Oh, well, now you're making me want to compete. I'm not going to, though. I currently don't have time for that, but I hope you win. I'm rooting for you. Yeah, this farm was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, and to be honest, it was a lot more fun to design. I really love the direction that they continue going with this game. Vesper said thanks. Yeah, man. Of course. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I was not expecting to have this much fun building this farm tonight, so that was awesome. All right, well, it looks like we're actually out of time, guys. So I think we're going to call it here. I'm just going to transition out. We'll transition to the end screen here.